welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. Will be with you until 1 o'clock today, taking your comments and talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Jason Caldwell will join us in the second segment today, so be sure to stay tuned for that. We'll get an update on everything going on in his world there at Inside the Auburn Tigers. As Auburn is off this week, of course, they'll take on the Georgia Bulldogs a week from Saturday in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Everyone looking forward to that. It's a big game. Big game for Georgia, big game for Auburn. But Auburn does have a basketball game tonight. They are in Annapolis, Maryland. They will take on Davidson at the Naval Academy in kind of a Veterans Classic little tournament there. They've been there, I think, today touring the naval facility. Very interesting and a lot, pretty fun time to be there, around this time of Veterans Day and everything that goes along with that. So we'll talk about that game a little bit. We'll break that down just a little bit. We'll talk about maybe some of the things going on in and around the SEC. Of course, the college football rankings coming out this week. Auburn coming in at number 11. Ohio State number 1 in that ranking. But their best defensive player not going to play Saturday. Well, not going to matter against Maryland. But what about that?
What does that do for the rest of the games that he's played in?
It's a good question.
I mean, they won't make them go back and forfeit them. I mean, they won't. But
what is he supposed to have done?
Took a loan from a friend.
Okay.
Did it last year. So I mean, according to his statement today out on Twitter. So Ohio State just not having a good week. That and then a story that just came out with Sports Illustrated. I hate to. First of all, it's just sickening. But very similar to the Michigan State situation with the team doctor for the gymnastics. This is the team doctor for the wrestling team, involving a bunch of guys. And it's just, you have to go out there and read it. And Jim Jordan, a representative that's now in Congress, was the assistant coach at the time. And according to some of these guys that have come out, it reported it to him. Numerous people reported that. The behavior of that team doctor to him and several other people, and they didn't say anything about it. So we all know how the Michigan State thing ended up. I don't know where this one will go, but I would dare say probably not going to be very pretty by the time it's all said and done.
Well, probably not.
This guy committed suicide in 2005, by the way, the doctor. So I don't know, man. It's just a messed up world that we live in, and unfortunate that people have to go through some of the things that they have to go through. But I don't know. More information will come out on that, but not a good week for Ohio State right now for sure.
No. We'll look at some insider notes from a former FBS coach talking about Auburn, as he does a lot of times on Auburn Undercover. They have a little segment that they do on that website. We'll look at some of the things that he said. Some interesting things, I think. Make some predictions, some upcoming college football games coming up this week. We appreciate all of you out there joining us today, whether that be on 105.1 The Lake or Charter Channel 3 or WOTM. Charter Channel 187, 190, maybe Charter Channel 21. We're even on Facebook and Twitter and Periscope, and that, if you can't find us, you aren't looking. That is the Auburn Blitz. So we appreciate all of you out there joining us today. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do It Center. 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply needs, home decor tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do It Center. Alex City, Auburn, Clanton, Dadeville, Eclectic, Harpersville, Prattville, Roanoke, and Wetumpka. There's one close to you. Also, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, for all your mortgage needs. If it's your first mortgage, you're looking to refinance the one you've already got, or you're looking into reverse mortgage, or all points in between. Mortgage Pro is the place for you. Be proactive. Now is a great time to refinance. Interest rates are very, very low. One sit down with them could be saving you thousands of dollars each and every year. They're doing it for people every single day there at Mortgage Pro. 256-397-0000. 0248. That's Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, 256-397-0248. Auburn, game number 2 against Davidson tonight in Annapolis,
It's at 5
Maryland.
o'clock, isn't it?
5 o'clock this afternoon on
Yeah.
CBS Sports Network. Of course, it'll be on the radio as well if you'd like to listen to it there. But Davidson, this will be their first game of the year. Bruce Pearl says this Davidson team shoots threes like Auburn did last year, which is a scary thing.
That's scary. That's scary, yeah. Hey, I like playing tough competition in the preseason, so to say, before you get into conference play and getting in these tournaments and seeing where you are. I mean, last year getting to go to the Maui Invitational was phenomenal. Being able to take on Xavier and Arizona and Duke, and being able to win 2 of those 3 games out there kind of propelled Auburn to the season that they had. You know, you start finding out where you are. It's a good barometer for you. I'm not saying Davidson's a world beater, but they're a good basketball program. They've been a good basketball program for a while. So their most notable alumnus was Steph Curry, obviously, but just a good program all the way around, and it'll be a good test for Auburn. You know, this team scored 83 points the other night. It didn't feel like they did, but you work on things. It's a lot better to work on things after a win than it is a loss. So I'm interested to see how this team does from first game to second. You know, I know it's not really like football in the way it's laid out. There's a lot more games involved in basketball, but we'll see how they improve. And I know they'll be away from Auburn Arena too, so it'll be a neutral type setting for them.
Yeah.
See how they play.
That's a good point. I mean, you know, going on the road for the first time, it is, like you said, a neutral site game, but being away from that home crowd at Auburn, which has become such a comforting place, and or at least for the home team, very uncomfortable for the visiting teams. How are the freshmen going to respond for the first time being away? Those are kind of the things that you don't know about. You can practice them. You can try to simulate things in
Until
practice,
it's tipped off in real time, you
just don't really know. So I'm interested to see how this team progresses, like you say. Which freshmen are going to step up? I think we already see that Isaac Okoro is going to be one of the ones that really steps up. What are we going to get from Devin Cambridge from night to night? What are you going to get from any of the? I mean, Alan Flanagan only played a couple of minutes. I think 7 minutes in the first one.
We'll see
Tyrell Jones.
Babatunde a little bit.
Are we going to see Akinbola? He's a guy that we heard a lot about coming into this season. So is Austin Wiley going to continue to be able to be healthy? Will Javon McLemore? McCormick.
Javon
Will he continue to progress? Will he come out a little bit more under control this game?
He just got off to a tough start, turned the ball over on the first possession, then kind of went in a shell. If you're point guard, you got to play. You can't be playing timid and worried that you're going to make a bad pass or mistake. You got to do to your strengths. You got to play to your strengths, and he's got to drive the basketball. He's got to drive in and dish, and good point guards are able to do that. We saw Jared Harper do it, time after time after time, but Jared Harper was more than that. He comes down the floor and gets to the top of the key and is indecisive and then picks his dribble up. It's just then the continuity of the offense kind of shuts down from that point in time. Some comments coming in. Again, we want to remind everybody Jason Caldwell will be on next with us, so you want to stay right here. We'll be talking about all types of different stuff. A couple recruiting notes out there. We had a big commitment this week from a defensive lineman in Tennessee. We'll ask Jason about that. A new Auburn quarterback target for this class has emerged from the state of Arkansas. We've had some good things out of Arkansas, and we've had some not so good things out of Arkansas. So we'll talk about that as well. This Georgia team, Patrick said, is Thugga peaking. That's a good question.
We'll find out Saturday.
We will find out Saturday.
Are they looking past Missouri? I mean, Missouri. I didn't even know if Kelly Bryant's going to play. I think he probably will, but
is Kelly Bryant going to just tap out the rest of the year?
Well, at this point, I mean,
that project didn't work out well.
I don't think so. I think everybody might have some regrets about that, but you never know. Again, we'll take your comments through the rest of the
He
show.
made the
We'll get to
decision.
many of those. That's right. And I still no word from the NCAA. I mean, that if they need
From
to go to a
Missouri?
bowl game, is that
Because
right?
they're irrelevant.
Well, they still. I mean, they still not know if they go to a bowl, don't
I
they?
mean, I don't think nobody's really worried
Nobody
about it. I
cares.
don't think Missouri really cares, and I don't think the NCAA really cares. It's not anything urgent.
You would have thought, though. My goodness, I mean,
They just have
Just for
tanked.
the-
Boy, they have absolutely tanked. I mean, they lost that opening game to Wyoming, which
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Ugh," well, they started making a run. Everybody thought, well, they'll run it until they get to Georgia. No, they hadn't.
I have not.
Struggled. Look bad doing it.
Three seniors for Auburn getting invites to the Senior Bowl, the Reese Senior Bowl. Derek Brown, Marlon Davidson, and Prince Tega. Wanago or Wanago, I'm not sure. I never have really known. But let's just call him Tega. So that will be January 25th, 1:30 there at Ladd-Peebles Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. Those three guys go to Media Days for Auburn. Those three guys have been kind of your stalwarts all year. It's appropriate that they go kind of finish the year.
Absolutely.
We're up against a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Jason Caldwell from Inside the Auburn Tigers right after this.
The Prestige selection at Gill's Auto Sales in Opelika has the largest selection of prestige cars, trucks, and SUVs in Central and East Alabama, all with financing available, little to no money down, and extended warranties. Get pre-qualified in under 2 minutes, online or from your mobile device at GillsPrestigeOnline.com. It's the Prestige selection at Gill's Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
Hidley Towers is an affordable senior citizen community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East, where spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living, where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more about Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552, where your family at Hidley Towers. That's 256-329-0552.
A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Alex City Marines located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, and the Yerkes invite you by to see what they have available today. The 2020 Manitous and Landaus are in, and boy are they gorgeous. Also some great deals on demos. Take advantage of that while they last. Alex City Marine also is doing shrink wrapping, storage. Get in line now. In fact, call this number, 256-215-FISH. Alex City Marine, Alex City.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. We're going to go to the phone line and welcome in our good friend Jason Caldwell from inside the Auburn Tigers. Jason, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm good, guys. How about y'all?
Doing really well. Auburn with an off week this week as they prepare for the Georgia Bulldogs and kind of the finishing stretch here of the season. Auburn number 11 in the country, 7-2 on the season. They probably not going to play for a championship, but there's still a lot to play for in this season. Gus Malzahn talked about how important the health is of this team, and that was one of the big focuses of the off week, getting everybody physically healthy.
Yeah, the thing that people kind of forget is you forget about not necessarily just playing a month and they had a month away from home. And the last home game being the 28th of September, I think, until last Saturday. In addition to playing Florida and the LSU's of the world, but you're also having to travel, and all the time you spent on the road, it wears on you. And so, in addition to just the health of the team, just getting your legs back underneath you and doing those things is important. So having a chance to kind of catch your breath and obviously get Marvin Davis and Jeremiah Dixon back, who sat out the other day. They just give everybody else a chance to heal up and get closer to 100%. That's a big bonus, I think, heading into the end of the season.
Jason Boobie Whitlow, obviously, it's just 2 years in a row with him having to deal with injuries and being able to come back a lot quicker than people thought. Was able to come into that LSU game for a very small amount of time, but didn't play this past Saturday, able to sit that out. Obviously, this week off going to help him get back closer to 100%. Do you think we'll see a closer to 100% Boobie Whitlow against Georgia?
Yeah, I think so. I think, whether or not he's fully 100%, that will remain to be seen. But, I think he'll be much closer. I think he's able to play a little bit against LSU, having really 3-4 weeks to get ready after that should allow him to get closer. But it gives you a chance to have that 1-2 punch that we've been talking about with, DJ Williams and Boobie. They've kind of been waiting to see what that would look like. We'll see if they now get a chance to see that. Against Georgia, obviously that'd be pretty important.
Georgia coming into Auburn. Again, you look across the way, and it's not a Georgia team that just scares you to death. Obviously, they're still very talented. They've got a great offensive line. They run the ball majority of the time. They still got Jake Fromm back there at quarterback, who just doesn't make a lot of mistakes. What does this Auburn team have to do in a couple weeks, Jason, to get that win against Georgia? Because, again, the barometer for Auburn fans is Georgia, Alabama, LSU, and unfortunately we haven't notched as many victories against those teams as we'd like to. So a good opportunity for this Auburn team who plays well at home to get this Georgia team. What does this team got to do to win?
I think the first thing is build on what they did the other day. I thought even though they didn't get the ball in the end zone, I thought that was the best rhythm and tempo we've seen from this offense, really probably since the end of 2017. I thought they got to the line of scrimmage, got some plays. Bo Nix was able to get to the line of scrimmage and do some things on his own, and I thought it got him into a much better rhythm throwing the ball. I think that's the way this team has to play.
Jason, recruiting news real quick before we shift over to basketball. Auburn picks up a big defensive commitment up in the state of Tennessee.
Jay Hardy, really good player. You look at him, a physical, 290-pound defensive lineman, and a guy that fits well with what Rodney Garner wants to do, have guys that can move around, play outside, play inside. He definitely fits that bill.
Quarterback target now for this class as well. Coming out of Arkansas, a little news that came out on him. You want to fill everybody in on that guy?
Yeah, you look at him, they got a kid that's committed to North Carolina out of the state of Arkansas, another dual threat type quarterback that Auburn has kind of been keeping feelers on. They already have one quarterback committed in this class, a kid from Lakeland, Florida. But, obviously looking to get another, just to have numbers in this, online and at the quarterback position, to give them another option. So, a guy that could potentially take a visit, and, I think that's a guy at least to watch for here down the stretch.
Auburn will take on Davidson tonight in game number 2. Auburn gets a win over Georgia Southern in the opener the other night at Auburn Arena, but they're traveling to a neutral site there at the Naval Academy to take place in the Veterans Classic. Do you know anything about this Davidson squad?
Just that they got a Hall of Fame coach, and they're really a veteran team, and this is a good basketball team. And so this will be a challenge when you get away from home with a bunch of newcomers on a team for the first time, playing a team that doesn't want to. They're going to make much mistakes. They're going to be pretty talented. So it'll be a real difficult challenge for Auburn, just because you're not going to be able to go out there and make a bunch of mistakes. It's going to be a much different type of game than it was the other night with Georgia Southern that wanted to get up and down and pressure and kind of make it an ugly game. Davidson's a team that they're going to do the right things. They're not going to make a bunch of mistakes. And so this will be, I think, a different type of challenge for this team.
When you look at this team, in the early going and how they've kind of been put together, what do you really like about the team? What are you concerned about?
Yeah, I really like the depth of this team. I think they got a lot of pieces in place. I think the concern is what we thought the concern would be, is will they be able to knock down shots? And if not, can you get in there and pound it inside enough to win games? So far they've been able to knock down some shots. I think Samir Dowdy's going to be a scorer, which you got to have, and not necessarily a shooter. He can shoot it, but I think he's a scorer. I think he just finds ways to get ball in baskets. So to me, developing those guys at the guard position, getting Turbo Jones and those young guys. I thought Devin Cambridge showed some things the other night that he's going to be a guy to watch. So just kind of developing that backcourt is going to be one of the keys.
Jason, we've just got about a minute left. Let me ask you one quick question. Philip Marshall made a comment on one of his articles today about how ridiculously bad the Auburn press box is. Do you think that's the case? And is it obviously we're just stuck with this, right?
Yeah, it's that bad. First of all, you're in the end zone, but there's bars and things there. It's not the greatest. I think Auburn went from having the best press box and best spot to watch games to obviously maybe the worst in the league. But I think you look at it, and it's the way everybody's going. Those 50-yard line seats are very valuable, and the NFL teams realize that first. Now colleges are realizing it. My guess is that's where most of these things are going to be headed, to be an end zone. But yeah, it could have been done much, much better than it was done. No question about it.
All right. Well, we appreciate so much you joining us, Jason, each and every week. And be safe tonight as you go and look at some high school football.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it, brother.
We are up against another break here on the Auburn Blitz. But, hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat. We can't open you a checking account. Mortgage Pro specializes in mortgage loans. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, the only way to go is Mortgage Pro. We can close in 15 days or less. We can offer the best rates in the mortgage industry. And we can waive appraisal fees on any new loan from September 1st until December 31st. Call Mortgage Pro today.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan Hare starts this Friday on WOTM with live first-round AHSAA playoff coverage featuring the Sylacauga Aggies visiting Death Valley to take on the Alexandria Valley Cubs. Stay with WOTM each Friday for live games every round of the playoffs and on to Jordan Hare for exclusive TV coverage of the Alabama High School Athletic Association Super 7 only on WOTM.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 30 more minutes in today's show. I want to thank so much Jason Caldwell for joining us, as he often does on Fridays. Just good insight about Auburn football and basketball in that. I read that today on Philip Marshall's little column, and he's complained about it many times before.
Well, I don't blame him.
And I just thought, and I've heard Jason say, stuff like that about it, but
first of all, it doesn't match anything in the stadium. It just kind of looks like it's been jacked up to sit to fill that space right there in between the scoreboard and then the upper deck over here, and it just looks like it looks like a temporary building that's sitting up there. And the inside of it's nice, but it's hard. I hate it for Andy, and Rod had to broadcast from there, and I have to do it during the Super 7, and it's tough, man. You're at an angle, and it's hard to see, the down and distance when they get on the other side of the field. You could watch the Jumbotron. Considering it's right there, though, you can't see it. So it's right there beside you. I don't know, you think when you're putting something together, you'd be a little bit more thought out.
And again, Philip Marshall made it a point to say the press box was built to former athletic director Jay Jacobs' specifications. It is the worst in the SEC, and it's not even close. For Auburn, it's an embarrassment. At least it should be. This is something that was built 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Can I add more to it?
Please.
In the design and then the taking out of the press box and moving it over there, they totally forgot about the PA guy. Rick Smith has to sit outside with a little table like this in the elements and do the PA. There is no space for him on the left side of the field where the press box used to be, because you still got the coaches and then the TV booths and all over there. This guy is sitting out on a little bitty ledge with a little bitty coffee table out there, and he's doing the PA. It's not good. I'm being serious. It's like, how did you forget? Of all the engineers you have at your hands at Auburn and all the people that sit down in a room, did they just totally forget there's a PA announcer?
Apparently.
It's baffling to me, man. It is absolutely baffling that you would just
drop the ball.
Botch this thing so bad. And they did, man. There ain't no other way to put it. I mean, I hate to be so critical, but that's the truth. I mean, Philip Marshall and these guys don't look for things to complain and poke at, but when they do have a reason to talk about something and complain about it, they will. It's a waste of money. It was a waste of money. I mean, look, a lot of teams are moving the press to the corners and the end zones. That's just where it is. It's like Jason said, those seats, and I showed you and Brad just now the pictures. It is the top of the line.
And I wonder how much those seats cost.
Expensive. You know, you get your own leather recliner that's heated there. You got your own personal TV there. You can scroll around while, you know, there's other games of interest on. You can be watching that while you're watching. It's like being at home, man. And then you got all this food and all the drinks and everything you want. They're tending to the people paying the money. I get that.
And that's actually better to be open air, I think,
Oh,
than behind
man.
glass.
Oh, are you kidding,
So,
man?
I mean, that's actually best of both worlds.
It is. I mean, because it's heated.
Yeah.
I mean, if it is cool, you're still blocked by, you're not getting the full effect, and you can go upstairs and walk in the door if you get too cold.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that they're catering to the fans, which they know where the money comes from and all that. But man, the middle finger to the press, for sure.
The poor PA guy.
They
Rick
wouldn't
have done that to Carl Stevens.
No, and Rick Smith took over after Carl Stevens passed away. And Rick Smith was my broadcast instructor at Auburn. I know Rick really well, think the world of him. Great guy, probably my favorite professor at Auburn. And stick him out there on the ledge. I've kidded with him before. I'm like, good Lord, man, what did you do to somebody to get stuck out there with a coffee table? And in Rick's style, he's like, man, because he's just as nice a guy. He's not going to say anything derogatory. I think he told me, I think I'm just glad to have a spot out here. So, but I mean, that is so amateurish.
That is.
In Bush League.
Yeah.
And when they showed us that this past year, when we went down there to get ready for the Super 7, they went, well, here's where the PA guy is now. I went, right there? Out here?
Well,
like,
I mean,
when it's
I would
pouring
have
rain?
Surely they have done something since then.
They have not.
That we made this terrible
they have
website.
not. No.
So we've corrected the
Let
problem.
me just
They have
go ahead
not
and jump in
corrected
there
the
on that.
problem.
No, they haven't. Because I looked Saturday on purpose when I went back, and is she still outside?
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Can't make it up, man. Jamie said it looks like junk and took out over 300 seats.
Look, I mean, you got to understand what's underneath. I mean, the new locker room, and that's a whole.
Well, all of that's awesome,
part of
but
it.
all that's outstanding, and they just went ahead and that design was well thought out. The lounge and the locker room and all that. But man, I would have just go ahead and put another level of something cool up there. You know, maybe like some suites or something in the corner, and make that thing some type of club. And don't put the press box right there if you're gonna jank it up that bad.
Yeah.
They could put the press box on top of the jumbotron.
Well, I was going to say, if you're going to put the press box on the other end, so at least they can see.
Well, just take that 1924
Jumbotron.
scoreboard down and go give it to somebody that wants. Don't they have a sign graveyard out in Las Vegas for old?
I told you
signs?
I want to put it in my room.
Well, you can. I mean, just go down there and ask them. I mean, they'll put the press box on that side. It would have been fine. So.
You can get the scoreboard.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. You can sit on top of it.
Yeah.
You know, I looked at that Saturday too. I just kind of had time to just kind of look around and do some things that I normally wouldn't do when I got a bunch of people with me. And I was looking around, I was like, come on, man. I mean, get the thing down. It's still got, I mean, that thing is so old and antiquated.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about something that don't fit anymore.
Yeah, high school stadiums have better. Opelika Stadium is far better as far as the scoreboard than that one on Auburn's. You know, that kind of stuff.
I know we spent $1 bazillion on the one we got on the other side, but man,
you kidding me? That's chump change.
Save a little bit for the save some for the rest of us, man. That's what that scoreboard's saying.
Well, anyway, I didn't mean to make a whole segment out of that, but that kind of, you can't, like Brett said, you can't make stuff like that up. We're up against another break here. It is what it is. We'll be back with more right after this minute.
Auburn. Kia of Auburn on South College. New Kias at 0% APR financing and no payments for 90 days.
Kia of Auburn. Kia of Auburn. Kia of Auburn.com.
This is Coach Pat Dye. At Kia of Auburn, you are always number one.
You already know the power and reliability of a Mahindra tractor. Get ready to meet their ATV and UTV lines. Haul more and tow more. Do more. Reaching speeds up to 60 miles an hour. Models have a 12-inch ground clearance and the ability to haul up to 1,200 pounds. There's a Mahindra utility vehicle and a model specifically to get the job done. Test drive today at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. Serving Tallapoosa, Coosa, Clay, and Talladega counties. 256-392-3613.
Harbor Point Ship Store has everything to make your day on the lake more enjoyable. Come on out to the biggest marina on the water. They have pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and more. Get your gas, groceries, snacks, ice, and everything you need for a fun day on the lake. Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned boat? Harbor Point has the best selection around of everyone's favorite Crest pontoons and Four Winds boats. Harbor Point also has a great selection of pre-owned boats. Come on out and take a look at Harbor Point, Marina Point Road in Dadeville. Get to the point.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Expect it or not, the loss of a loved one is difficult. Put your family first by planning ahead. This is Joseph Dean, new owner of Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. We are a full-service funeral home with an on-site crematory and cemetery. Whether your need is immediate or you would like to plan in advance, our experienced, compassionate staff can assist you in designing an enduring memorial experience, burial, or cremation. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers on Highway 280 in Camp Hill or online, alabamafuneralhomes.com.
Tires are important, and when getting a great price on tires, you want to get it right. So make the short drive to Wright's Tire in Sylacauga. Wright's Tire can get you any make or model of tire, and they make the drive worth it with volume pricing. Whether North Tallapoosa, South Talladega, or Coosa County, make the right choice, the right selection, the right service, and the right price. All at Wright's Tire on Fort William Street in Sylacauga. Call for a free quote, 256-245-7778, and get the right price on tires.
Be the hostess with the mostest this holiday season at Chicken Salad Chick with our easy party catering. Need a quick appetizer? Stop by Chicken Salad Chick and grab a quick chick of any chicken salad flavor or the pimento cheese ball covered with crushed pecans and crispy bacon. Remember, no meal is complete without a sweet treat. For a limited time, our pumpkin cheesecake is back, and it's delicious. Chicken Salad Chick can feed any holiday crowd with our custom-fit catering. 12 flavors of chicken salad, there's sure to be something for every taste bud.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bowman, General Manager of Vaden Toyota. We'd like to announce our new lifetime warranty on any new Toyota.
Hashtag lifetime warranty.
Hashtag we love our customers.
It can be used nationwide at no additional cost.
Hashtag customer service.
So come on by and let us show you
the Vaden way.
Hashtag maintenance matters.
Hashtag totally awesome.
Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga, just a short drive from home or online.
Hashtag your neighborhood dealership.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Only about 20 more minutes left in today's show. Andy and Brett taking you up to 1 o'clock here on this beautiful Friday afternoon.
You know, there's been a lot of complaints by pretty much every team in the conference this year and fan bases in the conference how poor the officiating's been. Well, this year it's kind of ironic that the SEC officials started their own Twitter to kind of discuss calls and stuff like that, and they put a post out yesterday, officiating update entering games of November 9th. Most often called penalties in 2019 through 10 weeks of the season. Can you name the top 3 penalties first that are called?
Most called penalties
through the first 10 weeks of the season.
I'm going to say false start.
That's number 1.
I'm going to say pass interference.
That's number 3.
I'm going to say personal foul.
No, you were good on 2 of them. Holding is number 2.
I thought that, but I was going to back off. I didn't.
Well, considering that they missed 15 in
yeah,
because
I hadn't seen any.
Well, that number could be 176 false starts have been called. That's an obvious call, man.
Yeah.
That's
not
you ain't got to
judgment.
have officiating experience to make that daggum call. It calls itself.
That's not judgment.
No, it's just it happens and you call it.
Is what it is.
Sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes they don't blow the whistle though. Holdings, 140. Now, I'd like to see the stat on how many missed holdings. It'd be so many. But that number, is that high or low? I mean, I don't know. I'd like to know how many there are this year comparable to the other years. Defensive pass interference is 105 times that penalty's been thrown. So through, I don't know how many.
How many holdings?
140.
And how many pass interference?
105.
Wow.
So really, 35 more times has holding's been called than pass interference.
And I bet what did you say? 30% of those are in the secondary holding penalties.
Oh, of course there
are.
are.
I mean,
it's not on the front line. So I think when you look at it from that standpoint, I mean, it's pretty obvious that they don't want to call holding. They're not going to call it. I would used to say that they only call the egregious holding. Well, that ain't the case either, because some of that was so egregious in the Auburn LSU game. I mean, how do you not call those holding penalties? So,
well, I wonder if you can. I looked to try to find. Randy brought that up one day, and to try to find how many holding calls were made, like per season, in the SEC, and I couldn't find any kind of documented evidence of that. But if they're putting out that, obviously they're keeping track of it. I know they're keeping track of it this year. I'm sure they kept track of it for the last probably 10 years. Are there more holding calls or less holding calls, or is it about the same this year as in the
that's what I want to
previous
know.
5 years?
That's kind of why
I don't know.
It's hard to.
I'm sure that information is out there somewhere.
No, it's there. They have to chart all that stuff. I mean, the SEC has those numbers. I mean, Mike said he hopes LSU wins tomorrow. Mike also said, I hope Auburn does not put the LED lights in like Alabama. It looks redneck. That's what he said. So, but going back to these calls and the officials, and I know that the way the game's played and different things, the formations and all, there's a lot to be watching and stuff, but and they catch a lot of grief. But nowadays, with the review and everything, the things that are put in place, you would think there wouldn't be as many. The one against Florida this past weekend was terrible. I mean, the guy dropped the ball. The ball's on the ground. Everybody knew it. They went to review and still upheld it. I mean, how? I mean, and then Dan Mullen's still complaining about it. He was complaining about it in the press conference this week, and he just, sometimes it don't go your way, buddy. That's all I can tell you. And it seems like every single week it's a particular game that has worse calls than others. I mean, there's been one every week that you could point to.
That's for sure.
What's going to go down in that one in Tuscaloosa on Saturday at 2:30? That's the case.
Now, if there's a missed call in that game, people lose their minds.
Depends on who it's against.
Either way, Donald Trump may have to throw a flag.
Donald Trump may just end the whole thing down there. Just may send everybody home.
How many under? How many camera shots of Donald Trump during the Alabama LSU game?
I don't know. They'll show him a lot. I think they'll show him at the beginning. How many times they show him at the national championship game? I don't think they showed him hardly at all. Yeah. Washington Nationals, they showed him a couple times.
Couple times?
I mean, maybe 3.
3?
Maybe. When he'll come into the stadium, he'll be waving. They'll show that. They may cut to him a couple times, like they do Jerry Jones at a Dallas Cowboys game, but outside of that, that'll probably be it.
You think you will hear any boos?
I don't think you'll hear. I think the cheers.
I think they're going to drown them.
Will drown out any boo.
Yeah.
That you'll hear in that stadium.
I could see that.
He's in his territory down here. I mean, he won this state by a large margin.
This is off the subject, but just came to my mind. It is Auburn, somewhat related, indirectly related. Jeff Sessions announced he's going to run for senator. That's certainly going to affect Tommy Tuberville in his bid for senator.
I'm going to go on and jump out there and say it doesn't.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Jeff Sessions, and this is just my.
Well, I mean, it's just some more. It's another guy.
No,
to get
it's
votes.
another guy in the mix. There's no doubt about it. But things didn't end well for Jeff Sessions in this administration here, and I just don't know. Maybe the voters in Alabama think differently, but I don't think. I think the voters in Alabama are ready for something different. That's me.
No, there's definitely probably something to that.
No, it does throw another wrench in it, but in him being in it. But I really think Tommy Tuberville, by looking at the poll numbers and the way things are going, I mean, he's got a good lead right now. I mean, it could
Roy
shake
Moore's
things up.
running again, so that's got to be a
Lord. I mean, sometimes you just need to tap out.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times you got to go back? How many times you got to ride the horse to the polls?
We will go to one more break, and we'll come back, and we'll wrap up the show on this Friday. More to come right after this.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
I am Lisa McClendon from Country Financial, and I have spent years in our community helping people protect their homes, cars, and lives. I am proud to be a member of the 2018 National Championship Team and a National Advisory Council member for Country Financial. Complete financial security does not end with just insurance. I am also here to help you plan for your financial future.
Together, we can help you set up a step-by-step plan to reach financial security.
Let's talk soon.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Mortgage Pro is the new standard for mortgage loans. While other banks are taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan, Mortgage Pro is making it happen in less than 15 days. Your mortgage loan goes from start to finish in less than 15 days. Mortgage Pro is able to make this happen by having the most advanced technology and a highly trained staff with over 98 years combined experience. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance your current mortgage, call Mortgage Pro and let our team go to work for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Friday. Let's look at some games upcoming this weekend. Of course, Auburn will not be playing, but college football rolls on. Western Kentucky, 5-4, is at Arkansas, who is 2-7. Arkansas is a 1.5-point favorite at home over Western Kentucky. Just let that sink in for a minute.
Club Dub got a chance to cut the lights on though this weekend.
Whew. Do they fire Chad Morris if he loses this game?
I think so. I think you got to part ways, man. He ain't done anything.
Do they fire Chad Morris if he wins this game?
No.
You think he survives?
Yes.
Who wins?
I'm gonna say Western Kentucky in the upset.
Oh no!
I really do. I think
they're not a bad team.
No, they're not a bad team.
They're not a good team.
And Arkansas
is
bad. And their number one player on offense is out for the rest of the year. So, who is Starkville going to throw to? He's known to throw it to the other team a lot more than he is his team. So
that is for sure.
Him and his shoulder pad.
Number 12, Baylor is undefeated. They are a 2.5-point favorite on the road at TCU, who's 4-4. This one, 11 o'clock. Can Baylor remain undefeated?
What's happened to TCU?
They're a weird team. I don't know.
That's the Gary Patterson that a lot of people wanted at Auburn.
That's true. I completely forgotten
how fast has Baylor risen from the ashes? Some of these stories of teams and programs coming back from the dead quick, man.
Matt Rule, apparently he knows what he's doing.
Pretty good coach.
Did a good job at Temple. Doing a great job at Baylor.
Hey, I'm going to go with Bears.
Why not?
Bears,
roll
man.
on. Number 16, Kansas State at Texas. Texas is a 7-point favorite, but Kansas State, could they upend Texas and Oklahoma in the same year?
I think they can.
Good
Texas
grief.
Don't scare anybody.
Texas gave up 48 to Kansas. Of course
I'm
they can
going
lose
to go
to
with Kansas State on the road.
Upset. Straight upset.
Straight upset.
I don't blame you. And nobody's going to see it because it's 2:30.
Yeah, nobody will be watching it. It'll be radio silence as far as everybody's concerned.
Louisville, 5-3 at Miami. Both these teams have won the last 3 out of 4 games, so both playing a little bit better.
This isn't at 2:30.
This
one will be the one I'm tuned into. I can't wait for Louisville, Miami.
Nobody even knows this game.
I've been waiting all year for it.
Even Miami fans don't even know
I
this
didn't know
game's gonna be
Miami played Florida State last year, and I did 4 radio and TV shows. Let that sink in. That's how irrelevant they've become. Who cares, man?
Who cares?
Who gives a you-know-what.
I think Louisville's going in and winning.
I mean, if they do, congratulations. They ain't done anything.
USC is 5-4 on the road at Herm Edwards Sun Devils, who are 5-3.
And
Sun
they
Devils
draw
are
a
1.5.
2:30 time slot,
And they
too.
got a 2:30 time
They
slot.
deserve to be up against the biggest game because that's a sure don't give a you-know-what. Can we have that category, by the way, moving forward? Who
cares?
Who gives a you-know-what?
Who gives a flying breath?
That's it. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I go with USC.
Why not? They're Jekyll and Hyde.
They are.
Right when you expect them to lay an egg, they come out and win.
Another 2:30 game. UAB.
Why is
at
everything
Southern
in the
Miss.
country on at 2:30?
That's a good question. UAB, I thought they were having kind of a down year, but they're 6-2.
They got thrashed by Tennessee, though. I thought they would play them a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't.
Southern Miss, 7.5-point favorite. I don't know about that, but I'll probably go with Southern Miss on this one in the game that nobody's going to watch. Number 18, Iowa, is at number 13, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a 9-point favorite. This is, boy, you talk about a who cares in the Big Ten. This one's, I mean, for two ranked teams, too.
I mean, it's at 3. It might as well be at 2:30. I mean, when I see Iowa, I just think of a wall of paint drying. It's just, there's nothing exciting about it. I don't care how high they're ranked. I don't care if they're in the top 5. It's Iowa. And I guess it's because I drove through Iowa 2 years ago on the way back. I mean, and when I tell you I drove in a straight line and I didn't see anything but corn on either side of the road, that's the truth. That is the gospel truth. I mean, nothing. So that's kind of what I think of with their football team. Nothing.
Tennessee, 4-5, is at Kentucky, who's 4-4. Kentucky is a 1-point favorite at home.
Tennessee's playing better.
They are. Is there some, is there Kentucky worried about losing their coach?
Tennessee's going into Kentucky and winning.
Think so?
Yeah. Yep. Who's Tennessee got left? Vanderbilt?
And Vandy, Kentucky, and Mizzou, I guess.
I think they went out.
They may do it.
Good Lord.
That could be.
If they hadn't botched a couple of those at the beginning of the year, could have won 9 games. How in the world? Can you imagine?
Coach of the year.
Shoo, man.
Number 4, Penn State, 8-0, is a 6.5-point favorite on the road in Minnesota, who is also undefeated. This one at 11 o'clock in the morning. Precursor.
Daggum breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast at
your Fruity Pebbles out and whatever else it is. I mean, Penn State, if there's anything to them, being, in the initial college football playoff rankings, and if they're a true threat, they'll go to Minnesota and win. They will.
They should. I'm picking Minnesota. I'm just going with an underdog for no reason. I don't trust Penn State quite yet, but
this can make you
I'd like to see Minnesota.
This can make you trust them.
Yeah.
Penn State.
They go in there and hammer them pretty good.
Auburn goes to Happy Valley in 2021.
Yes, they do.
It's only a couple years away, man.
Number 2, LSU, on the road at number 3, Alabama. This is not a 1-2 matchup. This is a 2-3 matchup now.
According to the college football playoff ranking.
Alabama's 6-point favorite.
Alabama's going to win by 10 or 14.
Really?
Mm-hmm. If Tua is somewhat anywhere close to 100%, they don't stop their offense. I just don't think. I think that LSU's going to score points too, but I think Alabama's defense is a little better than LSU's, and I think the environment and them being on the road will be the difference in the game. So I'm going to probably ride between 10 and 12 points, somewhere around in there for Alabama.
I'm going to say Alabama 38, LSU 36.
Ooh, 2 points. It's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to be a shootout, and I think LSU's going to score. I think LSU will have the lead at the half, but I think Alabama will pull ahead in the second.
Yeah, if Tua is not mobile, if Tua is not close to 100% and he's struggling, LSU could win by 7 or 10. I mean, it's going to be determined on what he can do to move around and how close he is to his full self.
Yeah.
So
38-31. We don't get a winner. We don't know who wins. Just that's the score.
He's just going to be the score.
Just go and lay your money down on 38-31. That's going to wrap it up for us on the Auburn Blitz. We'll be back with you on Monday for Brett Pritchard. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk to you.